Good morning. Welcome to Time in His Word. Our family has a number of newborn babies being born here between now and I think they said the last one's due like in April or something like that. But there's going to be a number of new little guys in our family, and everybody's kind of excited because it is exciting to see a newborn baby and the glow on the new parents' face, and some of my nieces and nephews are going to be grandparents for the first time, and that's pretty neat. They've been looking forward to it. So it's a joyful occasion in our family, and everybody's, they're counting the days down, and baby showers are being put together and tended by, and everything that goes with it is pretty neat. And as a parent, it seems like it's a never-ending job in the sense that even though my girls are older and they have their own families, there is times when you feel like stepping in as a parent and giving advice when you shouldn't, because now they're adults and they have their own families, but you just can't help it because that's that parental instinct. I'd heard that as a kid growing up, and I was like, that's being nosy. But now as being a parent, I see it might be nosy, but you just, once you get in that role, you just can't. At times when you should hold back, you just can't. You don't mean no harm, but it is what it is. And then I know we've done that, myself and my wife, and we've gotten that glare. But we're just like, we're parents, all's good. But what I'm getting at though, as a parent, that's the biggest responsibility I can think of accepting in life is to raise a child and raise them right. Teach them what is right and what is wrong, and mold them into good, productive people that, eventually, hold good jobs and start a family of their own, and continues that cycle. I know I was raised in the church, and when I joined the military and I left for boot camp, I thought, you know what? I don't need church no more. And so I didn't go for a number of years, but there was always on that Sunday morning, I had that tug in my heart, deep down inside. I knew I was supposed to be somewhere, but I wasn't there on Sunday mornings, and it tugged at me. And I never could get that feeling away. And then my oldest daughter was born, and she wanted to go to church. And so I started back into church with her, and I realized what I missed and what I needed to do to fill that void in my life. And it was to be involved in the church, be involved with my Savior, and give him my all in all, so that the plan he had laid out for me could be fulfilled. And, granted, I have a terrible job where it's hard to make church on Sunday mornings, but I do the best I can. And that's all we can do in life is do the best we can with the cards we're dealt with for life. But what I'm getting at is in Proverbs, the 22nd chapter, verse 6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. That verse is a promise for parents. And I think it's a good promise. And it's a promise that, if you raise a child in the church and he walks away, while it breaks your heart, at the same time, all you can do is pray that they will find their way back and leave it in God's hands. Because this verse right here says that even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Now, they might leave the church, and you might pass away before they come back to church and get back involved with Christ like they should. But there's assurance there, there's a promise there that eventually they will come back to the church if you've raised them in the church. And that's another thing I like about a church family. There's so many benefits, and each person's experience with the church is different than others. There's like an extended family. There's just a whole host of benefits from it, and it's no different than your normal extended family, but it's a body of like believers that'll help you in your spiritual journey through life. as well as you've got some good friends that you can depend on in a time of crisis. If you're having a bad day and you cross a church member uptown, you say, "Hey, I'm having a rough day, pray for me." Boom, right there. There's you can't get any better than that. Can't get any better than that. But that's my, like I said, that's my view and that's my opinion of why I value my church family so much. So today, as the day goes on, and if you've got family members who are getting ready to have little ones, just enjoy Edna, because at times, as a parent, for as much as you love your child, on those rough days, if somebody was to come up and say, "Hey, I want to take your kids home for a while," it is so tempting to say, "Well, if you take them, you can keep them." We've all experienced that day, but at the end, we wouldn't do nothing to enjoy the love that we have for our kids and the love they have for us.